The scary truth about the Christian music industry that most people don't talk about. Some of you guys may not know me very well in terms of my background, but before I was ever doing YouTube, I was actually a full-time Christian musician, primarily operating out of the Christian hip hop space. And the conversation we're going to be having today is with one of the biggest Christian hip hop artists out there, who is independent, has collaborated with everyone from Andy Mineo to Lecrae, and the insights he has about the truth regarding the Christian music industry may shock you. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, one of my favorite humans, Mr. John Keith.
Favorite humans is so special.
Hey, bud. Thanks for being here.
What's up?
Okay, so, man, let's jump into it. There's a lot of misconceptions about Christian music that I think most folks don't understand.
Yeah.
Some of them is that Christian artists do better by going mainstream, and there's more money in the mainstream. But the truth is, that ain't true. Because as you peel the layer away of these conferences, of the evangelical industrial complex, of the type of bags people get for these festivals, there's a ridiculous amount of money in Christian music.
If y'all knew, can I be transparent?
I want you to be as transparent as possible.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give you guys a real insight into. Okay, so if I were to right now go, I'm gonna go and do a show. I'm gonna do a show. I'm gonna do a show actually in a club. Like that's where I'm gonna do the show.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a situation where I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying, I gotta draw the tickets. You know what I'm saying? I'm not leaving with a bag, you understand? But the most money I've ever been paid for a youth group show is 10 racks.
You made $10,000 for a show before?
Made $10,000 from one show.
At a youth group?
At a youth group.
That's some serious money, bro.
And so like the thought of like, oh no, he sold out for the money. Dog. Yo, you don't understand, a lot of the Christian rappers that you love so much are making a lot of money because these churches got money.
They tend to benefit pressing into the Christian niche, not pulling out of the Christian niche.
Absolutely.
Because of the money that's built into churches, mega churches, youth groups, is in not just a 4 figures per show. We're talking about multiple 5 figures per show.
Yeah.
And you're not getting that at a club. When we did our House of Blues show in 2018, that was the last time we did a House of Blues show together.
House of Blues, yes, indeed.
I think we maybe made like 5 bands and we sold over 500 tickets.
Yeah, and that's not each.
Yeah, that's total.
That's total.
and can you break that down? Why is going into the general market? By general market, we just mean like neutral places, right? Because sometimes people may not want to invite their or if you're not a follower of Jesus, you may not feel comfortable going to a church to see an artist that is a Christian, and maybe they, but they end up making less in a general market show like the House of Blues or like a general venue. Why is that?
Well, the audience is not already built in. That we have this like delusion in Christian hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I'll say, I'll speak for myself. I'm gonna stop doing that. When I was a kid, I would look at my favorite Christian artists being like, bro, I want to look at how many people they're performing in front of. There's 2,000 people in this room, and they're performing. And then I went and did it, and I didn't walk away with 2,000 fans. Not only did I not walk away with 2,000 fans, I definitely didn't show up and I had 2,000 fans in the building. There's 2,000 people that are at this conference where I happen to be booked. It has nothing to do with me or my music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, whereas if we were to go like House of Blues, we like hustled them tickets.
Right. We got people in that building.
Went out and made sure people like, you know what I'm saying? Like sold tickets from our hands to people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's and you can't really even do that if you're not in the city. So like we was doing that in Dago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I go and do a show in Houston, like whoever's going to show up is going to show up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I can do marketing and all that kind of stuff. That there's parts that play into it for sure. I can get more people to know, but it's not the same as me going and doing 4,000 room. You know what I'm saying? Like a 4,000 cap room for $10,000 with a bunch of kids that don't know who I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm not even bagging on that, because that is if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. And that's dope. It was a dope experience.
Yeah.
Made a lot of money,
Yeah.
made a lot of fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And also there's merch money. People don't understand that Christian
Yeah.
shows tend to sell more merch money.
Oh, yeah.
The footage looks great on Instagram. It looks like you're a megastar. It looks like you're a mainstream artist.
Like I said,
performing in front of, I remember you posted a clip on your Instagram and it was just a sea of people with cell phones.
And it looked like
Madison
Square
Garden. It looked like you was the man, bro.
Exactly.
So the pay, the merch back end, the easy access to picking up more followers, but it's what we would call soft ticket sales. In the music industry, there's hard ticket sales, there's soft ticket sales. Hard ticket sales is when people buy a ticket to see John Keith.
Yeah.
That's a hard ticket sale. Soft ticket sales is when people are already at something.
Yeah.
And you are then just there, and because you're there by proxy, it looks like it's your show, but it's not really your show.
Nobody cares that you're there.
Nobody cares that you're there.
It's just, it's the same thing with, they have that in like the secular world as well. It's just
the
festivals.
opening stage at Lollapalooza or Coachella.
You know what I'm saying? We're at, I was at, it's so crazy. I was at Day in Vegas in 2021. Yeah, in 2021. And the people they had opening the festival had less of a platform than me. But they're performing at Day in Vegas. There's thousands of people out here, and it's like, oh shoot. You know what I'm saying? Anybody would be like, if they just posted that on Instagram, they'd be like, oh, this person is the man.
Yep.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not that.
Someone said it's interesting. All of these Christian rappers are using the same reason. I don't want to take so much from the church. I mean, I think that's a valid reason that people may not want to do as many things. And by the way, I don't think you're drawing hard lines and saying, I'm not going to perform in the church no more.
Yeah.
I think what we're attempting to do is educate people on, if you think that the reason why people don't want to play at churches is because of money, you're just extremely ill-informed.
Yeah.
And you just don't know what you're talking about. So John's going to play churches. He's not saying he's not going to play churches, but you got it backwards if you think that the church is somehow paying people less money than the world and the general market pays people. Yeah. That's the point of what we're talking about, is that it's actually the opposite. Lecrae personally told me he's worth at least double in the Christian market than he is in the church market. Double. That means when you guys see him do a secular thing, he's getting paid half of what he would get paid at a church.
Oh yeah.
And so it's an interesting thing. But speaking of Lecrae, you just put out a brand new album.
Yeah.
Called.
I wanted you to say it to see if you could know how to say it.
ARAMOS. How do you say it?
It's ARAMOS.
ARAMOS.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's out today.
Just dropped today. Yeah.
And what does that word mean?
So ARAMOS is in the Greek language. It is the lonely place or a wilderness. You know what I'm saying, an isolated place. It figures that I was trying to remember like the Google definition of, or like, you know what I'm saying, like where it comes from, but I don't have that memorized. So in scripture, every time, or not every time, but when you see Jesus go and seek the Father, when you see him going like into the wilderness, into the desert to fast, that word that you see is ARAMOS. And so I wanted to title it ARAMOS because I wanted to like parallel it. So, you know what I'm saying, Jesus would go alone to be with the Father, right? Go and go to the lonely place to seek the Father. And I am a person that struggled for a long time with, you know what I'm saying, loneliness, depression, thoughts of suicide, you know what I'm saying, all of that. And I wanted to parallel it with this this image of like looking for Jesus in the midst of that feeling of loneliness and depression, right? And asking some really like hard questions in the process of that a lot of people don't want to talk about because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it's a heavy record. You're touching on mental health, mental illness. You're talking about self-deletion, ideation. You're touching on deconstruction. You're touching on a lot of things I think a lot of people are dealing with right now. And it's very brave. Like, the content is very vulnerable. It's very brave. It's something that I think a lot of people aren't willing to talk about in the way we want to talk about. I want to play a couple records from the project. Which one should we jump into? I mean, obviously, like, I want to play a record with Lecrae and Andy because those are bops.
Yeah.
The record with No Big Deal is crazy. I've been having that on repeat. What do you want to jump into?
I would say, track 1, Die. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's jump into it.
Just straight off.
Where is God when I feel like taking my life? Roaming, falling, I showed up late, so I'm sorry. I was in the whip trying to mask up. What kind of man gon' cry at the party? Nah, not me. We going up. They can't wait to involve me. I know how to get the smiles all around me, but inside I wanna die. Yeah, I think I wanna die. I should be used to this by now. My feelings talking way too loud. Don't let me in and kick me out.
Sheesh.
Don't you pretend to love me now, just cause I wanna die. Cause I think I wanna die. Cause nothing ever gets easier. It just don't get easier. And I feel all alone. Ain't been up since, I ain't even know me, I was just 10. 4 bros, I'm between, ain't no us then. Can't nobody see me singing in the ocean. I'm about to jump ship. Please don't call me, I can't take it. Don't look at me, I've been faking. They say life is what you make it, then told me it's worthless, so I try to take it, but
Somebody said, oh, they got blocked already? They said, oh, you said someone got blocked. They said he needs to be delivered. This song sounds like demons made it.
Wow. All right, what else should we play from the record?
I would say,
Wait, hold on. Let's stop there for a second. That's an interesting point. The idea that someone can't deal with mental illness, mental health issues, and be a Christian. And if you do, then it gotta be demons.
it's gotta be. Yo, if you, what? You struggle?
Right?
Demons. This song,
I feel like the folks who make that statement, like, got some serious skeletons in their closet.
absolutely. I mean, I think, but I just, that thing really, like, it baffles me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, so
Mods!
I really don't think you've read the Bible. Bro, have you ever read about Elijah?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The prophet was like, God, kill me. I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
Yep.
Kill me.
Yep.
Bro, have you read that? Did you read that?
Right.
I don't understand.
No, they haven't. Most
You know
folks,
what I'm
but that's the issue though. Like,
Yeah.
most folks haven't read the Bible.
Yeah.
Like, they haven't read the Bible cover to cover, so they're getting their view of theology and their view of scripture from their favorite pastor who's on the internet, and not from the actual Bible and what the Bible actually teaches on these things. And that in this life, you will have trouble. You will go through things. You will have things. You're not perfected yet. You know what I mean? And so, so to answer your question, they haven't read the Bible.
Yeah.
Most Christians haven't read the Bible cover to cover.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of wild. Christians struggle, the prophets heavily struggled. Stop listening to demon slayers. Listen, my buddies who are demon slayers would disagree with a lot of the fanboys of the demon slayers. They'll acknowledge that mental illness is real. They'll acknowledge that you know there's a time and a place for therapy.
Somebody just pointed out when Elijah said that, yo, God, kill me, I'm out. That was directly after a triumph. That was after a win.
Right.
It wasn't like, yo, things are just too hard. It was like, yo, he was struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a thing. It's a, you know what I'm saying? People struggle.
Yep. All right. What else should we play?
All right. Here's a question. You talking about for like the heart of the project or just because it's a really good song?
Let's do a really, really, really good song.
I love. Oh, I just got. There's two songs that I love just because they're really good songs. It's Hide and Seek with Jude Barclay and it's Uninvited with Wande. I'm gonna let you choose which one you want to do.
I didn't know Jude was on here, so let's play Hide and Seek.
Hey, I just wanted to call and see how you're doing. So, call me back.
Bad little thing with a good heart. Think she don't know a thing, that's a good start. Never met no one that understood me. Yeah, she been everywhere but where the hoods are. Hey, how's life up there, my baby? I'm trying, I swear, my baby. This life's not fair, my baby. Yeah, look, I know you like the new fit, but it's old to me. I don't want no pick, but they know it's me. And I'm way too sick, Jesus go with me. God hold me, I don't wanna hold me. Baby, don't lie to me. You ain't spend no time with me. No one's perfect, I agree. But all your lows look high to me. I got skin like diamond rings. This where we play hide and seek. Skeletons of mine to keep. All your lows
Man, Jude went
so
crazy.
High. Yeah, look, mom, I'm on TV. And still can't nobody see me. I keep secrets, I'm greedy. Could you ever love me like Kiki?
Right here.
I can never tell the truth, baby, cause it hurts.
Yeah.
But all these white lies, baby, make it worse. Now I'm guilty.
That's Jude right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know I used to slip up, but you were familiar. Lean on me like my jet to love. Baby, please don't leave, even though I'm just a sinner. She said, who are you? Verify, clarify. Don't know where it's going, but I'm terrified. You don't believe me when I tell you I'm fine. Meet me where I am, I'd rather meet you outside. Working on myself, but only open after 9. Haven't been myself, I'll let you know when I arrive. I need intercession, don't be mad at me. I keep on suppressing from insanity. Hard to think that heaven say I'm family. Family. Baby, don't lie to me. You ain't spend no time with me. No one's perfect, I agree. But all your lows look high to me. I got skin like diamond rings. This where we play hide and seek. Skeletons of mine to keep. All your lows look so high.
All right.
Yeah.
That joint goes, man. Okay, can we play him? Can we play the jam with Lecrae?
Let's do it.
This is when my first listen through. You sent me a rough version of this a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then I shout out to the first super chat that just came in for this stream. I appreciate you, Michael Smith, for the 2-piece. Okay, so here go to Jam with Lecrae. Guys, this is on Spotify. It's available right now.
Today.
There's a little flip in here that's crazy.
Yes, okay.
That's a Clesso in the background too. He's on the ad-libs.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm too suppressive. Come off aggressive. Get out my party. Y'all not on guest list. Y'all just can't feel me. Look like T-Rexes. I'm making films. My tape look like Netflix. I move like James Bond. Boo bomb elected. Inside
This
I'm
bass line's
way up.
crazy.
Y'all can't detect this. She asked me what's wrong. Don't play detective. Don't act like you care. I'm way too selective. I'm way too gassed up. All y'all hating. Rebel no cause like James Dean. Way too raw, God made me. Dying, but I'm still going crazy. Blessed, let's go get blessed. 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 Let's go get. Yeah, matching tattoos, boy, the tribe is that crew. Hop in the fast lane, might crash the coupe. Some of y'all is corny, you say you know the truth, but the way you maggot step, I wonder if he knows you. Speak my peace, I gotta find my peace.
My peace.
I get way too out of pocket, it's just in my jeans. I speak loosely, I need a new scene. I making movies, I feel like Bruce Lee.
Does anybody ever feel like me? Does anybody? Am I alone? Does anybody ever feel like me? Does anybody wait? Nobody wants to hear that. Let's get this money.
Gassed up, all y'all hating. Rebel no cause like James Dean. Way too raw, God made me. Dying, but I'm still going crazy. Let's go get blessed. Let's go get blessed. Let's go get. Let's go get blessed. Let's go get blessed. Let's go get blessed. Let's go get blessed. Let's go.
Y'all gotta stop it. He get it poppin'. They just be talking. They got off topic. We talking faith and they talking about nonsense. They couldn't make it outside of their projects. They like, maybe if I say I'm CHH, I'll be respected. I see Craig got platinum records. Maybe that should be my method. Get to stepping. Why you disrespecting? God gon' block your blessings. If you in this for the money, you should rethink your investment. Yes, I'm blessed so phenomenally. The anomaly ain't gon' be no more Kirk Franklin's. Ain't gon' be another me. You be you. See what God gon' do. Let's talk botany. Let him plant them seeds inside your heart like it was pottery. I took a little money, put it in a check. I made a lot of money off of that investment. Told Megan that he hit me on a check. I had to ask my brother what we doing next, man. I'm blessed.
Let's go.
Jeez.
Let's go get
That
blessed.
man lost his mind on that track.
Lecrae kind of bodied that, man.
Lecrae was like,
Lecrae kind of bodied that, man.
Let me go ahead and show you why.
Lecrae said, I gotta make sure I gotta show up to rap.
He said, let me show you why I'm Lecrae.
That was a good verse. You got a great
He went
verse from
nuts.
Lecrae. Shout out to Lecrae, man.
I got a great verse from everybody that's on this joint.
Yeah. So the album is called
ARAMOS.
ARAMOS. I'm gonna say
The funny
I'm
thing
gonna
is-
say that on my own by the end of this.
The funny thing is, that is actually a mispronunciation.
How do you actually say it?
It technically is ARAMOS.
ARAMOS, and that is the Greek word
Yeah.
for Jesus in solitude.
It's the Greek word for
Jesus seeking solitude with the Father.
It's the word that it would use to tell you where Jesus went to do that.
Aha. Okay.
So it's wilderness or lonely place is the
Got it.
direct.
And kind of your whole campaign is because of the mental illness things that you've gone through and gotten treatment for. It's don't be lonely by yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Which is kind of it ties into that concept pretty well. Like there's a time and a place for solitude, but solitude and isolation are not the same thing.
Yeah.
Don't intentionally isolate and remove yourself from community, from loved ones.
Yeah.
Because it's unhealthy. You know, it's unhealthy. Thank you for the super chat from the Wigboos. I think that's how you say it. I always butcher that. That's the homegirl. Guys, if y'all got any questions for John Keith, we are talking about the Christian hip hop world. We're talking about Christian music. We're talking about some of the misconceptions about Christian music and how folks think that folks that want to spread their reach and broaden their horizons and reach more people, that are doing it for malicious motives, when oftentimes they're taking hits, they're taking financial hits, they're taking career hits. And you had a pretty big record with gosh, I forgot his name. Who's the guy? It's one of your top songs on Spotify. He's a worship guy. You know what I'm talking about. It's a pop song. It's like a pop rap.
Oh, Torrin Wells.
Torrin Wells. You got a record with Torrin
I
Wells.
do have a record with Torrin Wells.
You out here crushing it, man. You with the big guys.
That's my
Torrin Wells is
that
dope.
was good. Yeah, it was a fire song.
You got the Maverick City feature in the clip?
No, I ain't got the Maverick
You
City.
ain't got the Maverick
I ain't
City?
got the Maverick City.
You know I'm working.
Hit the line.
Hit the line.
Hit the line.
Hit the line. I'm trying to do a record with Fred before it's all said and done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You've been talking about that for a minute.
I'm gonna make that happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to make that happen. If you're just pulling up, guys, rewind the stream a little bit to get some more context. We are talking about the Christian music industry, and we're listening to some brand new records that just came out today from the John Keith record. I got to play this record. This is probably one of my favorite records from you.
Oh yeah.
Who is this on the skit, though? Is that your brother?
No, that's Tory Deshaun.
Oh, that's Tory Deshaun. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
He sang the hook on a couple songs before.
Yeah, he's dope.
Is that what you call the album of the year?
He's here.
Montel Fish did not write anything on ARAMOS. Go away.
Well, Montel Fish did write the hook for Blessed. Let's go get blessed.
He wrote that?
Let's go. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Did Montel Fish write that or did Ghost Boy Slim write that?
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Which
That's
one?
Crazy.
Which one?
It was Montel.
It was Montel.
Montel. Yeah.
It was Montel, the friend we have.
I've never met Ghost Boy.
I haven't met Ghost Boy either.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Gator Boy.
Gator Boy?
That's the one that gets tagged. I don't know.
Never mind. Let's move on.
Yeah, he chose us. He chose. I got no luck. God's son showed up in the whip. Cross on my back.
Levi
down on my
loves
neck.
this song.
Who wanna
Really?
Go up. He chose. Act like you know.
He chose.
Act like you know. My brother in Christ, you wrong. What kind of time you want? Tell me whose side you on. Someone should write
That was for
your
the dude
songs.
talking about
My
demons.
motto is Jesus in therapy, so I don't need a bottle to carry me. He blessed me with a model, she married me. Only hobby is blocking you Pharisees. Don't give me no lip, we in the pit. ESP, yeah, that's the glick, the glitch. G.O.D. on his win, it's lickety split. Devil, what could you give me? You see that I'm rich. He walks with me in the flames, talking with me in the cage. I cannot be here for fame. I cannot be with you lames. So what? So what? Yeah, he chose us. He chose. I got no luck.
God's son showed up in a whip.
Cross on my back, pat on my neck. Who wanna go up? Act like you know.
Yeah.
Act like you know.
This wasn't luck, I was chosen. Under my feet, the ocean. Planted a seed, behold it. Reach to the top of the tree and I see my folks. They feet by floating. I had to keep my focus. I keep a sling with a stonage.
I just got a milli with my twin.
That's why I feel like an ocean.
Mary Kate and Ashley, boy.
The beast out a demon with Ephesians. It's egregious how I leave from broken pieces. You know that facetious. I leave that to Jesus. Try to tell the people that they really need him. Then I eat the beat up just like Reese's Pieces. If you saw the scheme, you wouldn't even believe it. When we fill up arenas, you know he's the reason.
So what?
So what?
Yeah, he chose us.
He chose.
I got no luck.
God's son showed up
in the whip.
Cross on my back, pat on my neck.
Who would go up?
Act like you know.
Act like you.
Act like you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you say God's son showed up in a whip, is that a double? Is that a pun? Like a whip in a car, but like he got whipped for our sins?
It was yeah, but that's great.
Yeah.
I gotta
That's
take,
eisegesis. That's
Yeah,
me inferring
yeah.
bars into your bars.
Dill showed me that. He said, bro, you gotta be really honest about what you actually meant.
Right.
So that it actually holds the weight. So that when somebody else
You
goes,
ain't
yo,
lie.
did you mean this?
Yeah.
You got to be like, nah, bro. So no, I didn't. No, I
Okay.
didn't.
That would have been dope. though.
I didn't. It came from actually earlier on in the song where I was like, the Holy Ghost might pull up in a phantom or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like the phantom, the ghost type thing. And then it's kind of just a callback to that. Yeah.
So when you say Montel helped with what was the record? The
James Dean with Lecrae.
with Lecrae.
Yeah.
What is it? What did he give you a reference track? Was he in the studio?
Nah,
with
it's
you?
actually funny. We were in the studio together in 2019.
Uh-huh.
I think in 2019 or 2020, one of those. And
Pre-pandemic.
Pre-pandemic,
Uh-huh.
I think.
Uh-huh.
And he, 2019, and we were actually working on a different record.
Uh-huh.
Me and him we were just kind of messing around, and he was like, "Yo, what if it was like a completely different beat?" He was like, "What if like you know what I'm saying you just had like a chant type thing like bless." Let's go get blessed. Let's go get blessed. Hey, and I was like, yo, that's fire. So we started building a beat around it. And then we completely scrapped the, well, let me be clear. Wowie and Montel scrapped the beat. They didn't like it. I was messing with it. They didn't like it anymore. So they scrapped it. And I was like, all right. But then nothing came out of that. But then later on, 95 did that beat. You know what I'm saying? At a different writing camp that I actually did do in 2020. And then that hook came back to me and I was like, oh, that's hard.
Oh,
And so,
okay.
yeah.
I always, but you know how many Montel Fish ideas I got? Beats, little vocal riffs.
Yeah.
I always wonder, like, would this fool be mad if I like drop one of them? Because this is one I actually really want to use, a beat that me and him made together. And so, did you have to clear that with him, or did you just kind of dropped it?
No, I think it's because his vocals, his voice isn't on it. And
Okay.
so, you know what I'm saying? He probably would deny if he probably would be like, nah, I didn't write that.
Yeah, that joint's dope. Okay, here's a good question. Someone asked, my question is, why do Christian rappers rap with ungodly rappers? Makes me shake my head. I can't and won't listen to a song with a person who is actively mocking Christ. So why do Christian rappers collaborate with ungodly rappers, but not just ungodly rappers, rappers who actively mock Christ? That's an interesting question.
Right. So I think that there's a difference between someone who doesn't know Jesus and someone who is actively, okay, for instance, I take Lil Uzi and Playboi Carti are rappers that actively like to like move with, they do this whole thing like, oh, you know what I'm saying, like posting a picture with the two of them holding Satan's hand. That's not the same thing as someone who doesn't know Jesus, who's just rapping about their life. Right. And in those situations, what people don't understand is, like I did the song, I got a couple songs, but okay, I got a homie, and I hope he doesn't get mad at me for this, but I did a song with my homie Nate Rose. You know what I'm saying? It's not a believer. He doesn't walk with Jesus. But
I always wondered about Nate Rose because we follow each other and his music is hard.
No, he's a super talented artist, and he's
Was he
super
ever a
solid
Christian
dude.
rapper?
I think no, he's never a Christian rapper. I think maybe he came from a like Christian home. I don't remember what he told me, but that's like one of my good friends, and we have done music together, and we also have really like long conversations about God, about Jesus, to the point where back in 2020 we were having conversations, or 2021 we were having conversations, and you know he was on a point where he was like, I think it's all bull, to be honest with you. Whereas now, you know what I'm saying, and I really hope he doesn't, well, I don't think he would, but you know what I'm saying, we have conversations and he's like, you know, I've actually come to the point where I think that the probability that all of this is here without an intelligent designer is probably really low. So I think there's probably a God.
In those conversations, he's slowly shifting into from maybe atheism or agnosticism to theism, to deism, theism.
Exactly.
Right.
And so now he's at a point where he's like, yo, I want to look at everything. I want to look at everything honestly. And I'm like, bro, I genuinely believe that if you look at everything honestly, you will come to the truth.
Yeah.
I really believe that. And I told him that too. So this is what I have to say to people that go, oh, why are you going to do a song with someone who doesn't love Jesus? Because you might do a song with someone who doesn't love Jesus, and then a Christian will hear that song and it'll cause them to stumble. I go, okay, so we're dealing with a relationship with someone who can potentially save this person's eternal soul, right? Versus someone who has Jesus
and may hypothetically stumble.
And in reality should just go, oh, if this is convicting me, turn it off.
Yeah. How about
you know about Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what you believe in and how he told you to walk.
Right.
Okay. So if you are unable to handle that, you can press the off button.
Yeah. It's like folks who tell me that if I post an after photo on Instagram after I get shredded, that may hypothetically someone may be caused to stumble. And I tell people, if the human body is going to cause you to stumble, you need to go ahead and take this little device you got, and you take this device you got, and you need to chuck it, and you need to get your butt off social media.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, you did a song with Nate Rose, and someone might go to his music and hear him cuss, and then what if that person starts cussing? Yo, if that person, if the what hangs in the balance is this person might start cussing, Nate Rose might come to know Jesus. My guy,
yeah,
I don't.
I think people also miss. The assumption is that like if you're making art, that it's the equivalent of a sermon over a rap.
Yeah.
So how could you use a non-Christian
to give a sermon
over a beat? Whereas if you're thinking about it in a more practical sense, and everyone has different convictions on this, and this is why this is a conviction issue. Meaning that if you're thinking about it less of John Keith is making sermons over rap beats versus John Keith is participating in a career in music and he's a Christian, it's no different than you collaborating with your non-Christian coworker on a project or taking your non-Christian coworker out to lunch or right, like it's actually Not for everybody, because there are people that believe music is their ministry.
Yeah.
And that's good too, right? But then there's folks that view music as a career where they get to minister out of the overflow of the art that they make. I wouldn't say either is right or wrong. And so I think some folks want it to be all ministry all the time. And there are artists out there like that their art is their ministry and their ministry is their art. And that's dope too. But then there's other folks that are like, yo, I'm trying to make art to live my faith out through the art, to contextualize Jesus in my life and to reach people. That's a different approach. And neither is right or wrong. But there are folks that view their art as I work at an office and we have a project and me and this coworker are going to get together and create a pitch for a new product that we want to launch, right? It's just different. They're not one and the same. And so I think like if people are confused, that doesn't necessarily mean that the artist is confusing, right? The confusion is that most people assume CHH is ministry music. And is that a fair assumption? What do you think about that, John?
I mean,
is that a fair assumption? To assume that Christian hip hop, that anything out of Christian hip hop is ministry music?
It's actually a tough question. I understand. Here, I see both sides. I think it's a fair assumption because of where it's come from. It's a fair assumption. I will say that. It's a fair assumption. But because it's a fair assumption, I also want people to be aware, this is literally the reason that a lot of people are like, I'm not a Christian rapper. Because your assumption is that if I'm a Christian rapper, then this is my ministry. And in reality, it's like some people are like, yo, I love Jesus and I want to honor him. And also, I just want to make music.
And when you see people not wanting to brand themselves as a Christian rapper, as a Christian artist, as a Christian YouTuber, as a Christian whatever, it's usually because they don't want the strings attached of what it means to the person who assumes that it is ministry music. Now, I am in a different space. I'm in a totally different space. I will take Christian anything. I will take Christian anything. I don't care because I'm in a different season of life. It doesn't matter to me. But there are certain people that like don't want to have their livelihood attached to being a professional Christian. Yeah. That too is okay.
Yeah.
That too is okay. Shout out to Rain for the super chat. He said, how about the non-Christians that'll hear about Christ because of that type of collab? Where's the line between reaching the lost and protecting the saved? You know, I don't know where that line is. I'm going to tell you guys straight up, and if anyone's been watching me long enough, will tell you, I have non-Christians on my channel. I've had Wendy Day on my channel. I have Bearman Sean on my channel. I think Bearman Sean's coming around. And Wendy Day cussed up a storm. I've had Tracy Lee on my channel. I've had China Mac on my channel. And I'm probably going to have all those people on my channel again. And I'm not going to tell them they need to censor themselves if they want to come on my channel. Because I think the value in the relationship and me sharing the gospel with them is more important than me trying to tell them to walk on eggshells. Now, when we drop the edit of it clipped up, we'll take out the profanity. You know what I'm saying? But like, go back and watch my Wendy Day interview. Like, she was cussing up a storm. But the value she had for Christians and Christian artists, has someone that's done deals with everyone from Tupac to Eminem to 50 Cent to the gamut, and the insight she had on, I thought it was worth it to have a conversation with someone that's been trailblazing the music industry for decades. Yeah. So that's my position, right? So and this is maybe to a fault, I'm less concerned with protecting the saved.
No, I was gonna
say
they're
already saved.
You're saved. You are saved. You are saved. So check me out right now, G. If you die right now, you're gonna spend eternity with the Father. If an unbeliever dies right now, bro, it's a wrap.
Yep.
They're in hell forever. If you really believe that, then I'm like, dog, I don't. It's not my job to protect the saved.
That's good.
God, show me that in the scripture. Yeah. Hey, make sure you protect the saved. Did he say that, or did he say reach the lost? I don't understand why is there so much like, and I'm not saying this directly to this person, but I'm just saying like I've experienced so much aggression towards that. Like, oh, you're not protecting the church. You're not protecting Christians. I'm like, dog, you live in reality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we're at. Like this is a dangerous world, and also we have to reach people because Jesus actually told us to do that.
Yeah, that's good. And again, I think these are disputable matters, as Romans 14 talks about. Did 350 do anything on the album?
350 actually, he didn't write anything. He sequenced the album.
Oh, okay. Dope.
It was
Shout
actually
out to 350.
he did. Yeah.
Whoever kept, I mean, this dude spammed the chat with 5 questions about 350.
No, he asked a lot
You
of
gotta
times.
chill out, my guy.
Yeah, he likes 350.
Yeah, shout out to 350. That's dope. So he helped you arrange the record.
Yeah, and to me that was a big thing.
Yeah. Let's play one more record. I know you got to get out of here in a second. Can I play the record with Andy?
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, I just caught my breath. Ay. I did that with next. Ay. Heavy how I step. Ay. She love me most deaf. Yeah, these things work out. Yeah, these things work out. Yeah.
Wait, is that you or Andy?
That's Andy. This is me now.
Okay.
Heavy how I step. Ay. She love me most deaf. Ay. These things work out. Yeah, these things work out. Yeah, spoke to the kid in me, asked me why I wrote like 10 of these. Bought a new coat for the coat, ain't finna freeze. Life ain't straight for the don't like Kennedy. Yeah, hey, look, killing me on my own, you must be kidding me. Always felt they wanna get rid of me. Only place I'm home with Trinity. Oh, yeah. God give me hope, yeah. I can't take much more. Test my emotions against what I know. I seen highs and I seen lows. Way too deep, that's how I dove. No one said that's how it goes. I don't wanna be alone. Hey, I go back again, up at 2 a.m. God is moving still, even when I don't see him. Is you okay? Are you by yourself? You want a buzz? Come through. I just caught my breath. Ay. I did that, what's next? Ay. Heavy how I step. Ay. She love me most deaf. These things work out. Yeah, these things work out. Ay. I just caught my breath. Ay. I did that, what's next? Ay. Heavy how I step. Ay. She love me most deaf. Yeah, these things work out.
This is a bop, bro.
Yeah, these things work out. So much worry on my head, I need melatonin. 10 milligrams, I see you in the morning. Oh man, there I go again, living my life in the phone again. Thinking about how I'm getting older, man. Terrified that I go broke again, but I don't want too much too fast. That's how you know it ain't gon' last. Time running out, gotta push that gas. Oh no, gon' get yourself worked up like that. Tryna control the future, cannot let go of the past. But I go back again, up at 2 a.m. God is moving still, even when I don't see him. One thing that I know for sure, my shorty, she adore me. When I pray for her, she tell me it's calming. I know whatever is for me, yeah. I just caught my breath.
Sheesh.
I did that, was next. Heavy on my chest.
Okay, this is a good question. Someone asked, what about all the capitalizations? Was there a reason behind all the titles of every song being capitalized?
Yeah, so that's actually funny. I didn't think anyone was gonna catch that. Like, all the titles are capitalized because I think it looks really dope.
That's it.
Yep.
I thought it was gonna be something deep. All right, guys, real quick before John takes off, if you guys got a question for John Keith about the new record, this would be the time to drop it. We're going to prioritize super chats, and then he really asked. He was supposed to leave a few minutes ago, so forgive me, John. But I want to make sure we give folks an opportunity to ask any questions. The album is out. This is a great record. I listened to it months ago when you sent the rough, and then I got through. Well, I actually heard all of it. I haven't heard 2 a.m., Remedy, and Trying. I haven't heard those 3.
Remedy for me is like that's the one.
Okay, let's play Remedy while I queue up some questions then.
Yeah. This is the one that's just like worship.
Dope.
I can't find a way out. Help me find a way out. Will you be my remedy? find a way out. Help me find my way out. Will you be my remedy? Stuck in a hard place, ready to go. Empty my pockets, hold on my soul. Don't let me break down, don't let me fall. I'm still too young, the world is too cold. This ain't fun anymore, I've been nervous. I ain't got the same drive, I've been swerving. I'm getting tired of acting like I ain't hurting. Someone let me take a breath, I deserve it. Yeah. They say days get better, night don't last forever. I'm gonna hold
This is
my
dope.
light up. Help me keep this fight up.
It gets really like
Yeah, the version they're hearing is clearer than our headphones right now.
I can't find a way out.
Sheesh.
Can't find a way out. Will you be my remedy?
it's Charlie Powers.
I can't find a way out. Help me find my way out. Will you be my remedy? I'm stuck again. I've been in the dark. I've been struggling. Will you hold my heart? I don't wanna run away. I don't wanna run away. I don't wanna run away.
This man did a whole worship song, bro.
No more.
Yeah, it's
Hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, Jesus, hold me, hold me, hold me.
Word up. Oh, okay, you got more.
yeah, it keeps going.
Hold me, Jesus, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me.
Yeah, now it's done.
That was dope. Okay, so we'll do a quick lightning round of questions. Shout out to the super chats that just came in. Appreciate it. Uninvited is my favorite song. It kind of sound like the first 2 minutes of the song was its own song, and you decided to switch it up afterwards. So yeah, you have some really good switch ups in here.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for those. I'm a sucker for a good switch up.
How much of the production did you do?
I did a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I produced the first 2 track. The first track with Wowie.
Okay.
Produced the second track, and then I had 95 do new drums, and then I kind of tweaked those drums. No Friends I did by myself. Uninvited I did by myself. Charlie did the switch up at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Be With Me I did it. In God We Trust we did it. I did it. That one I did the first half.
You on your Kanye?
Half. Yeah, I'm trying to be. You know what I'm saying? I will say
awesome.
There's no production that happened except for Hide and Seek where I was not a part of it at all.
So you co-produced or produced everything except Hide and Seek.
Except Hide and Seek and 2 AM. That's it.
That's awesome. Andy Record Goes Insane. Been seeing John at all Andy shows around LA in the crowd. Awesome to see how far he's come. Definitely checking the album out. Michael Smith said, "Look below." I don't understand what Michael Smith. Thank you for the super chat, though. Okay, music videos. People asking for music videos.
Yeah, we're working on No Friends. Working on a music video for No Friends and Dramatic as well.
Okay.
For right now, that's what we're working on.
What is your tip for writing music and being legitimate and not forced and cheesy?
I think the only way it can be cheesy is if you're trying to talk about. I think you should. I feel like you just have to like be plain with whatever it is that you're trying to say. Not be plain with it, but I mean like be blatant, make it obvious with being transparent and making it very clear. That's what I'll say clear, not plain. Making it clear what you're trying to say. Don't focus too much on I need to figure out how to tie this back in with this and this scripture needs to. No, just make it clear what you're trying to say.
That's good. Ray dropped the super chat. He said, when you produce the tracks, what DAW do you use?
Machine.
Okay, you're still on Machine. Dope.
Still there. Don't know how to leave it.
That's dope. Okay. And then what do you record into now?
Logic.
Okay, so you go from Machine, bounce the stems, go into Logic, track the vocals in Logic.
Yeah.
Why didn't MIA make it on the album?
It's so funny.
Love the Blade Runner sample.
Yeah, Blade Runner. Yeah. I actually MIA got switched out at the very last second.
I thought you were talking about MIA, the singer that got saved recently, the pop singer that got saved.
Oh no, I didn't even.
You talking about that?
She got,
no one on the guy's back. I like.
No, I know. I
know
know.
who MIA is.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know about the salvation. No, MIA is a song I dropped. Matter of fact, that's the one Nick was talking about. That's the one he said he thinks is a smash. Yeah, that one was like it got switched out for No Good at the last second, just because I felt like No Good fit the heart of, or not. Yeah, sonically they kind of are the same song in a sense. They're kind of the same song in a sense, but No Good I felt fit it sonically. You know what I'm saying? And then I got to get my bro 1K Few on it. So.
Realest album yet?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's some songs on here that was just really difficult to write, and up until up until like release day, I kept telling my wife like I don't want to put this out. Like I want to cancel it.
Yeah. Shout out to the 5-piece. Remedy was an experience. This is from InXL, I think you said his name. What advice would you give to an unknown producer looking to produce exclusively for Christian artists?
I have no idea, brother. I mean, yeah, I know every time someone sends me beats, I don't really take beats anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm producing it myself or one of my homies are. Especially if
probably relationships, like
yeah, it's relationships. You gotta find somebody. You gotta find like an unknown artist and just work with them and just grind with them.
Yeah,
one that you like. If you're trying to do it exclusively for Christian artists.
Yeah. What kind of vocal presets do you use in Logic?
Man, I don't know the names of any of them.
Yeah. Are you using the obviously you got some auto tune on this, but do you ever use the manual pitch corrector in Logic?
Never.
Why don't you use that?
I don't know how.
Oh, you should try that. I think your voice would sound crazy with that and auto tune stacked on top of it.
Yeah.
Because it'll create like a more of a, like the auto tune will have a different effect if you do that. Yeah.
Got you.
Super chat isn't sending my question. Look below, bro. Just ask your question, Michael. Your question's not coming through. I really got to wrap it up. You're killing me, Smalls. This man keeps saying super chat isn't sending my question. Look below. I don't see your question below. We've answered almost every question. Is there a deluxe coming?
There was a deluxe coming. Something tragic happened with my hard drive.
And, you're that guy still?
Well,
bro,
no,
you can't be this far in the game and having hard drive issues.
Someone dropped my hard drive. It wasn't just an issue. Somebody dropped it.
You don't got demos you can give us?
I got demos, but they can't get mixed. I can't.
You can't get somebody to do a ill master on them?
On the demo?
Yeah, like the rough. Like take Kendrick dropped a whole album called Unmixed, Unmastered, whatever it was called.
Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. I'm Jonathan Keith Randall.
I think you can drop some joints and just get them remastered, and the references would probably sound great. That's a terrible comparison, Alvaro. Respectfully.
What?
This is album of the year, all right?
First couple
Stop it, Alvaro. Experience on making a track with Andy.
Long. Took a long time.
Yo, Andy's a headache
I sent that song
bro.
to Andy in 2020.
Yeah.
I sent that song to Andy in 2020, my brother.
What happened to Vacation Demo?
That was, yeah, it didn't make it.
All right. Okay, guys. John Keith, go stream ARAMOS. If you guys want to hear a conversation I had with John Keith and Caleb Gordon, which was really awesome. We actually got into some of the whole Christian rappers collab with secular rappers and all that. We talked about all that. That's why we, whatever we can talk about it here. I'll put that over here somewhere. Make sure you go run the numbers up on this record. I'm super excited about it. It's honestly definitely my favorite John Keith album. Arguably one of the best albums I've heard in a long time. So go listen to it on Spotify. Run the numbers up. Follow John Keith. And stay tuned for more because he's gonna be back. We're gonna get him more on the after party streams. All right.
Yeah.
Peace.
What's up?